I was inspired to write this book, Prom Night at Finley High, mainly because I had my daughter and she was in middle school and she was reading a lot. And as she progressed into high school, I would take her to the library, try to find things for her to read, download books on my Kindle all the time.
Yeah.
And I found that most of the time she ran out of material really quickly.
Yes.
And the main character, Serena, she comes from the hood, from the projects. So I put all of this stuff into the book because I wanted it to be relatable for minorities in particular. And I didn't need a sorcerer in this book. I wanted it to be something real. So that's what gave me the idea to write this book, Prom Night at Finley High.
Good.
Well, my cousin Esther, she is obviously, she would be in foreign ministry. She's the head of it, and she's produced stage plays. And I know that they all have a Christian theme. Now, as a writer, I mostly write romance, so I'm always kind of leery about the books that I offer her because I don't want anything that's going to offend her. But when I wrote Prom Night, it was my first Christian romance that I'd ever written. So with it being a Christian romance and with it having a wholesome message that I knew it needed to be out there, I was confident that if it got into the right hands, it would be a great stage play. It'd be good for teenagers as well as adults.
Well, Keith is my cousin. We happened to be 1 year ago at Aunt Bertha's birthday party. That was the event. And he said, "Have you read my book, Prom Night? I need for you to read it. And I'd like for you to bring it to the stage." So at that time we were doing another production and it was, my mind was on that. I said, I'll get to it. I'll get to read it.
Ran to the car, handed it to her. I was like, "You got to read this book. It'll make an awesome play. I need you to get involved in this." And she took the book. And whenever I give books to people, I'm one of those authors. I would never ask you about it because I don't want to put people on the spot. So I gave it to her, let it go, and prayed. And it was over a month, maybe going on 2, when she finally called and says, "Keith, I read your book. You were right. We got to make this into a play."
So like Keith says, most of his books are sensual. And I'm wondering, I said, well, what can we come up with as far as a Christian play? Well, God had me to grow with this because we cannot be religious with a message. We have to keep it real.
With the Finley High books, these books are a little shorter than my full-length novels. I think maybe by about 50 pages. So I could write the Finley High books at least 2 months, or maybe even less, because I just get so involved. With this book in particular, I was just so involved. When I did my outline, I outlined the characters, the plot, where I was going to take it. So by the time I actually get to the point where I'm ready to start the book, I'm so excited that I just can't stop writing. And I write 5 hours a day easy, every day, nonstop. I don't take a day off on Saturday or Sunday. I write. So it doesn't take me very long to write a book. Prom Night is a story that needs to be told because when I write a book, I keep it as real as possible. So the characters in this book are real. They're passionate. This is emotional, gut-wrenching.
All the characters in this particular situation with Prom Night at Finley High, there's some teenager out there, some parent, some school counselor, a teacher. There's something that a child is dealing with that they can identify with and spend time with the characters. What I hope people get from the play is an experience to overcome. Whatever it is on their minds that they're going through, I want them to leave there with a good feeling of saying, I can do this.
I want them to feel every emotion that I put in there. I want them to feel that. I want them to care about every character. And I want them to just love. I want them to love the writing and love the craft that I've invested into this. I want everyone who reads the book or sees the play to just feel completely refreshed.
One of the experiences that one of our cast members had when she met Keith, and he asked, what did you think about the book? She says, I believe I can love again.